Hello friends, this is Saumil Patel this side welcomes you in the automation mastery training, and in this session again we are going to discuss about the visibility concept with the help of vertical moment and horizontal moment. Okay, so for that I am taking the conveyor from the symbol factory. Okay, so here is the conveyor for the symbol factory. Yeah, so this is the conveyor built for horizontal moment. Okay, I am duplicating it and I am rotating it. Okay, so how you can rotate it, just wait. So there is a arrange option is available. Okay, let's do one thing. I am again going to the symbol factory and I am taking the inclined conveyor. Okay, for diagonal movement, right? For my diagonal movement I am taking the inclined conveyor. Okay, and just wait, I am aligning my conveyors. Okay, for better understanding. Okay, yeah, yeah. So this is the horizontal movement and this is the inclined moment. Okay, and one another conveyor is missing over here. This is nothing but the horizontal moment conveyors. Okay, sorry, vertical moment conveyors. Okay, so that I need to uh, add over here. So I am going again to my symbol factory. Is there any vertical conveyor is available over here? Yes, this is the vertical conveyor is available. Okay, so this is the conveyor of my vertical moment, right? Okay, so and I am taking one object for movement. Okay, so again I am going to my symbol factory and if I am taking one container. Okay, so this is the container that I want to move from. Okay, that I want to move from this location to this location, means right hand side, then diagonal, then vertical. Okay, so like this way I have to move this my container. Okay, so if I double click on this container, if I double click on this container, again symbol factory is opening. So I cannot assign the tag to this container for vertical and horizontal movement. So for that I need to break the cell. Okay, so I am breaking the cell, right? Now I am going to use this slider for my movement. Okay, right. So I am taking this slider and I am giving the slider tag to that. slider. Okay, so you just double click on this, tag table will be opened, and you need to just select the slider tag. Okay, and slider tag minimum value is 0 and maximum value is 100. I am keeping as it is. Okay, so whenever my slider tag value is changing from 0 to 100, it will move from left hand side to right hand side to diagonally, and from the bottom side to upward side. So like this way I have to program, I have to animate these conveyors. Okay, so how I can animate, that we will discuss. Okay, so now this is the by default position for this box. Okay, so what this by default position means, it's zeroth position. Okay, so this is the zeroth position, and what is the x value over here? I am giving the horizontal direction movement. Okay, so what is the x position over here? X position is 310, and what is the x position over here? Sorry, x position is 440, and over here x position is 1020. Okay, so I am opening my calculator. 1020 minus 440. Okay, so this is the 580, right? So my zeroth position to 580 for from x direction, from left to right. Okay, so if I double click on this, what is my horizontal direction? From 0 to 100 value, means from left to right, means from 0 to 100 value, it will go from 0 to which 580. Okay, for my which tag? Slider tag. So if I double click on this, and I am selecting the slider tag, so for my slider tag, 0 to 100 range means 0 to 580 movement of my horizontal direction. Okay, okay, I am saving it. I am going to the runtime mode. See, okay, yeah, right. Now if I am increasing the range of my slider tag, suppose 0 to 300. Okay, see, from 0 to 100 it is moving from left hand side to right hand side, but from 100 to 200 it is moving from diagonally. Okay, so here, for example, I am duplicating this, okay, box, and this will move diagonally from 200 to 300 position, 300 value of my slider. So what should be the horizontal moment and what should be the vertical moment for this box? Okay, that I need to calculate. First of all, what is the default position for this uh, box? If it is moving left to right for x direction, and it is moving top to bottom for y direction. Okay, so for left and for top is the zeroth position of my box. Okay, so if I double click on this, if I press on the vertical location, so top position is my zeroth position, that is correct. If I go to the horizontal, the right hand side position is my zeroth position. Okay, so this should be a 0. So obviously, what is the left hand side position? It should be the, sorry, it should be 200, right? Because my slider value at that time should be 200. Okay, so right hand side value is 200, and obviously sorry, it's a 100, because from 0 to 100 I am moving from left hand side to right hand side. Okay, and from 100 to 200 I am moving diagonally. So the right hand side top value is 100, and obviously the left hand side top value is 200. Okay, and for vertical, top hand side top value is 200, and bottom sorry, it's 100, 100, and bottom side end value is 200, because I am right now uh, helping the value from 100 to 200 of my slider. Okay, so from 100 to 200, my this box will diagonally move. Okay, so that's why I am taking 100 to 200. Okay, so from vertical, top is the 100 position and bottom is the 200 position of my slider. Okay, and for horizontal, right hand side is the 100 position and left hand side is the 200 position, because by default position of my box is left top. Okay, it's not at, sorry, right top, it's not at left top or left bottom, it is at right hand side and it is at top hand side. I have to move diagonally to the bottom side and left hand side diagonally, that's why. Okay, now, so slider value is given for vertical and horizontal. For both for diagonally you have to give the vertical and horizontal assignment. Okay, now what is the vertical moment and what is the horizontal moment, that I need to calculate. So for vertical moment, top end side is the default value. So what is the y axis value? 310, 310. Sorry, it's 180. And what is the bottom value? Bottom value I can say it 510. Okay, so 1802 to 520, 180 minus 520, 340. So 340 is my top to bottom scale of the diagonal. Okay, for vertical. So 0 and down 340. Okay, and what about the horizontal? So it is at right hand side. So right hand side value is my x value is 1080, and what is the left hand side? 320. Okay, 1020 minus 320, 700, right? So right hand side is the default value is 0, and to the left hand side is the what was that value? 700. So to the left hand side it will move from right to left 700 value. Okay, 700 x value. Okay, okay, I am saving it, and if I am going to my runtime mode, okay, see, from 0 to 100 my one box will move, and from 100 to, oh, it's not diagonally movement, it's still vertical movement. So what is the problem that I need to find out? Okay, what is the problem, right? If actually from 100 to 200 it should be diagonally movement, right? So I think there is something mistake by me. Vertical, top to 200. Okay, the top value is 200 and bottom value is 520, and 1070 to 350. Okay, so what is the horizontal movement? Okay, from 0 to 200 it will move the 700 value. Okay, that's okay. And for vertical, from 100, 0 to 340 at downside. Okay, but is that correct? Y axis is my 180, y axis is my 180 and 540. So 180 and 540 is the correct. Yeah, Okay. See, oh, what this is the problem. Yeah, this is the problem. I have taken the vertical and horizontal expression for slider 3, but I am taking the use of this slider, and this slider has the tag only slider. Okay, so I need to change the tag over here. Okay, it's just a slider tag, it's not a slider 3 tag. Okay, this is the problem. It's just a slider, yeah, slider tag. Okay. Okay, so this is the mistake. If I go to the runtime mode, so from 0 to 100 and from 100 to 200, see, understood? From 0 to 200 this box will move, and from 100 to 200 this box will move. Okay, now my horizontal and diagonal movement is done. Now one moment is pending, which is nothing but the vertical movement from bottom to top. Okay, that we will discuss. Okay, so for that, again I am duplicating this box for my vertical movement. Okay, and still I am taking the use of this slider, and this slider has the tag slider. Okay, so from 0 to 100 it is covered by horizontal, from 100 to 200 it is covered by diagonal, and from 200 to 300, because I have changed my range 0 to 300 of my slider tag, so from 200 to 300 this vertical moment will done. Okay, now for this only I need to check the vertical moments. Okay, so what is the bottom value of the slider and what is the top value of the slider? Obviously bottom value should be 200 and top value should be 300, and my expression should be slider. Okay, because my tag is the slider. Okay, you can just delete and you double click it and select the slider, so there is a no chance of mistake. Okay, and now I need to calculate the vertical moment. Okay, so this is the by default position, means zeroth position of this box. Okay, so bottom position is 0, and what is the top position? This is the top position that I need to calculate. So here the y-axis is 520 and here 190. Okay, so 520 minus 190, 330. Okay, so from 0th position to 330 it will move from bottom to top. Okay, so down position is 0 and up position is 330, like this way. Okay, I am saving it. I am going to the runtime mode. Okay, so again I need to move to the 0. Okay, so from 0 to 100 that box will run, from 100 to 200 diagonal box will run, and from 200 to 300 vertical box will run. Okay, so these three movements are covered by these three boxes. Okay, but you know that we are going to discuss about the visibility concept. Here actually one box will visible at a time, but here there are three boxes visible over here, so we need to give the visibility to each and every box for one particular slider value that I have to give you. Okay, so if I go to the development stage, right, so this box will visible within 0 to 100. Okay, so if you double click on this, if you go to the visibility section, okay, when it will be visible state, when your slider, if you double click and select the slider tag, okay, when your slider less than or equal to 100, okay, means your slider value less or is equal to 100, then and then this box will be visible. Above 100 this box will not visible. Okay, and when this box will be visible, from 200, sorry, from 100 to 200 this box will be visible. So if I go to this visibility section of this box, if slider value greater than is equal to 100 and slider value less or is equal to 200, like this way you can write, because this is the AND condition, right? If slider greater than is equal to 100, then it should be visible. If slider less or is equal to 200, then it should be visible, but above 200 it should not be visible. The above 200, that vertical box should be visible, that we will give the assignment to that vertical box. Okay, if you press OK, if you press OK, okay, so visibility is assigned to this box. And what about the visibility of about this box? If your slider value greater than is equal to 200, okay, means if slider is greater than 200, then this box will be visible, otherwise this box will not be visible. Okay, so below 200 this box will not visible. That's why if slider greater than is equal to 200, your visible state should be on. Okay, okay, let's save it. Let's go to the runtime mode. Okay, so now you can see that my slider value is 0 right now, and you can see that only one box will be visible. Okay, so if I go ahead up to 100, see, and from 100 to 200, see, and from 200 to 300, vertical box will be visible. Okay, so this is the full round is covered by only one box with your eyes. Okay, but if you go to the development stage, there there is a there are a three boxes are available in my development stage, but in actual manner, in actual runtime mode, there is only one box. Okay, so this is the main concept of visibility. Okay, so if you go down again to the 0 of your slider tab. Okay, now if you move ahead from 0 to 100, horizontal box will available. From 100 to 200, diagonal box will be available. And from 200 to 300, vertical box will be available. Okay, so this is the way you can use the visibility concept. Hope you can understand very easily this visibility concept. Okay, and that's it for this tutorial. uh, we will meet with our new topic in our next session. Thank you.